Hello everyone, welcome back to All the Mods 8. I have a couple of wasted radioactive bees right here. I'm completely out of white tulips in my system. So that means that I won't... Well, I'll get a few more, just the ones that are in the other one. You know, the other compact machine. Just those ones growing up. But for now, this seems to be working. I added a little bit of utility, which is... I can turn this on. And it'll put wasted combs in here. And I could just turn that on every so often, come in here, and then I can do one of those. This takes a while. And then plop it back down. So 2 levers instead of me having to mine and grab out my system. Just ultimate laziness right there. But yeah, that's not what we're going to look at today. What we're going to look at today is... We pop in here and go back to our little crafty area. I'm going to get a antimatter constructor. Antimatter constructor. So this is antimatter from FTB Industrial Contraptions. That might take a little while because it has to generate the graphene, and just graphene in general takes a little while, unfortunately, but it's fine. We'll get that eventually. Whilst that's happening, I don't... Oh, max input is 8,000. Okay, solar panel. What are we doing for that? So we can get, I don't know, like 4 of these. How many does it take for this? 6. Let's get 6 of these high voltage. So that'll go off and make us some HV solar panels. At FTB. What's the fiber? Is it called fiber? There's like a cable you can use. Ah, there it is. IV cable. Let's make some of this. Maybe make a little more because it's good to have, right? This cable here is, well, in Industrial Craft at least, I used to use this all the flipping time. This is a good way to, like, move energy between things. I'm going to go set this up once we've got ourselves the solar panels. I'm going to set these up in the Everbright, and we're going to get ourselves some antimatter. This is my way of speeding this up. It is... You do an 8 on here, 16 on here. This burns through the power quicker, and this burns through these quicker. You can't do them both at the same time for some reason. I think this requires more energy than this puts out, so that's probably why. But there we go, that one's finished. I'm going to put that away. This means now, with these, and... Where's the antimatter constructor? There it is. We can go plop this in the Everbright. Interesting, we just popped them down, and is this not the cable that I was thinking of? Because this is not getting any whatsoever. In fact, these say that there's no sun. I also can't remember if these just completely break. No, they don't. Cool. We can't do it here then. Let's go do it in the overworld, and we'll just find a place for it. This little patch behind our sort of little building thing we've got, it seems to be where we're putting some of these things, so... what I've done is there's glass cable under this, right here, and all that power is going into the antimatter constructor. That will generate us an antimatter, which is going into this modular router, puller module, and then it's pushing straight into the one next to it, the frame drawer. This frame drawer is linked to our little controller we've got down there. It's also linked to these... Ow. Wow, that was a lot of damage. It's linked to these ones right here. So that's how we're getting our sugarcane and so on and so on. And it's just pulling the antimatter in. And we've got 16 already, so it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's not overly quick, but we don't need it to be really, do we? EV. I was kind of planning on just picking these back up. and doing one of those EVs. And we've got enough now to do that, so let's pick these up. Put it in the system first, and then we can get that crafted, and there's one EV, and that does... So 64 plus... This is a lot more the power than the previous one, so we can stick that there. And that should be quicker. And if I just get some dirt... I'm just going to cover that in. I'm not even going to pick up the cable, because, meh, it's fine. There you are. Little bit of automation right there. I think I would like to put this here, and I think it still works because it's linked to this block and this block, so should work. Should work. Just have to keep an eye on it, and blip, blip. Yes, perfect. So we also, I think it's just one per thingy, right? One per one of these. Yeah. So we need 9 of these. So I'm going to set that to craft now. I am missing iridium and iron rods. Probably can make some iron rods. Iridium ingots. I've got a decent amount of these. I can basically set my my processing to focus on these. Can you? Yeah, you can hammer them down. Sweet. I can set it to process these first before everything else. If I just do that, and it will just send iridium chunks in there. So is that making us iridium, or is it? It's still working on the tin by the looks of it. But there you go. There's the iridium. Iridium's coming in. So iron rod. How the heck did I? Oh, that's easy enough. Let's do that. And now, can I do it? Yes. Start. That's going to take a while because it has to do all the processing and everything. So it has to do a ton of copper plates. This might not be enough power. I didn't think it would be. Maybe we... I can't really think of anything else we could do right there. But that would just take a long time because it's only being powered by one basic generator right there. FTB generator. Geothermal. Okay, that's just giving 10 power. That's why it's not working. We could do a geothermal and put one underneath, one on top. And feed some lava. And I already have one, so we could do that. Maybe do the others. Why does it not let me do that? It's odd. No idea. It's probably trying to do a recipe in here. Let's go and have a look at our crafting thingy. Let's cancel all of these because we don't need that for now. But yeah, what we'll do is I'll stick this down there. That'll get it the power it needs, and I can just do. Did not mean to do that. What was that? That was an. Oh, it's the importer. That's why I couldn't do it on the bottom. Interesting. Okay. Right. Well. Anyway, I'll figure something else out for that, but we can do that later. Oh, you always lose the cover. If you break it like that, you lose the cover. So anyway, I have a bunch of covers. That's fine. Right. What is next up on the agenda? That's not what I want. One of those. So we are currently heading towards one of these things. We're about to get one of those. And these two can easily be crafted. So it's the Tesla coil is the thing that we want to do. This does mean hot graphite. That's going to be a right pain. Maybe we head for hot graphite first. I think that's probably a good idea. So that is an industrial squeezer. Immersive. And if we're going to do that, we might as well make like the metal press and everything like that. I have a feeling over here would be a good place somewhere. Maybe behind, maybe up here. Be a nice place for it. Of course, you got to get the book. Immersive. Update news. Ooh. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Update news. Oh, okay. Thanks. Not exactly what I wanted to see, but okay. Is this not a Patchouli book? Interesting. It doesn't look like it's a Patchouli book. Graphite. Industrial squeezer. Doesn't have the thing that you can place down. That's fine. Right, anyway, I'm going to make the metal press. I think that'll be probably the best idea. So let me crack on with that, and I might actually get the squeezer done as well. So I've got the two presses all set up right here. One's for wires, one is for the, what do you call it? It's the plates. Because you need the plates for the wires, basically. So I can do copper wire now. Start. There you go. And that gets us copper wire. Perfect. I don't know if all of these recipes... These are the ones I nicked out the other one. The one that was super slow from FTP Contraptions. It seems pretty quick, though. I don't know if you could speed this up any quicker, I suppose. Unless you had, like, a ton of these and this fed into a chest. And then the chest fed into all of these. But the inventory for this is, like, this block here. So you can just use a crafter. And the crafter just spits out the items that it needs to spit out. So, like, in this case, I asked it for iron plates. 64 iron plates. And it's just making them. The way I'm getting them into the system is... there's a chest on the end, and then I've got logistical transporter, which is pushing into our white ender chest. The white ender chest obviously is getting sucked into the system, so that counts as like a full-on operation into our refined storage system. So that's kind of how that's happening. And these seem to work. I haven't set the recipes up for like the spools of wire. So in this one, if we wanted to do this, we'd need that one. And then, what was the other bit? So we're making those, and like that. So, fingers crossed, that's kind of the middle bit done. Next, we need to do... Okay, how do we make this? We need to make the automated engineer's workplate, or we could flip in. Heck, we have to use the bottling machine, and then... This is really cool. I've never used this before, so I'm really glad that the recipe's in here. Oh, I just got rid of that. What was that? Tesla coil. Tesla coil. There it is. That does remind me. Create crafts and additions is in here. So there is that one which converts RF into create power. Additions. Okay, there's a few with additions in the name. That one there. Electric motor. We use this like heavily in all the mods 7. So if you are going to do some create stuff, that's probably what you're going to need to use. That's a point. We might need to use this anyway because we need to power the mechanical crafters later on. Anyway, back to it. So we can do all of those. We can almost do all of those. We haven't got any treated wood either. It says we don't, but I swear we've got... Oh, because we don't have a crafting recipe for it. We could get a crafting recipe for it. Interesting. What we can do is we could set this up with an importer for the creosote. And we just, like, always export the coal into this. And then import the coal coke. I like that idea. We'll do that another point in time. But for now, this is a real recipe right here. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna let's make one of those. 1, 2, 3. Should be able to make this at least. I've got loads of like crafting recipe things. Do I already have an engineer? I did. Oh yeah. Okay, we can get rid of this one then. No. Like that. There you go. So we need vacuum tubes, aluminium wire, Duroplast sheet. So I think that's probably on the docket. Ideally, we'd make the automated engineer's workbench as well. What else was it? So we also need the hop graphite. I already had that on there. Flipping heck. There we go. Right. So for that one, if you look up in... This is how you make the metal press, by the way. You do... what is it right here? Piston, steel scaffolding, redstone engineering block, heavy engineering block, conveyor belt. I actually set up all the recipes for those, so we've got all of these in here. The only one I didn't have a recipe for was steel plates. I actually need a bigger crafter, so let's make an iron. Let's make an iron crafter. And we can replace the plate one out there, but first, steel plate. Let's do one of those. You've got to get rid of the plate in that recipe, and then you can just stick that one out here. Do I have a steel plate in here? No, I don't. Okay. So we need some sort of block to place this against. And we can do one of those. Stick all of these back in, and the steel plate. I'm not going to do 64 this time. Let's just do 10. These have got really cool sounds, so I'm not going to turn the sounds off for those. If you've got that in the middle of your base and you hear it all the time, maybe you want to turn it off, but I like that sound. Okay, so I'm working on the squeezer now, so that is steel scaffolding, 6 of those. You need 2 fluid pipes. These are the immersive fluid pipes. So those take, what is it, iron plates. We got some redstone engineering block from when we were doing these two right here. And I set up the light engineering, and you need 2 of those. Set that recipe up as well. Those took heavy engineering blocks. Very strange. You need to make these wooden barrels, which look ridiculously cool. I like those. Then you need some steel scaffolding. That is some steel and I think it's the like rods, steel rods. Good old rod. And then I forget where this one places. So you can see all of the required material right here. They used to have the, you know, the thing that you can use in Britannia, where you can like do a ghost version of it. Immersive was the first one I saw that did that, so little strange that you can't do it here. I'm actually going to get rid of these 2. And then if I do that, yeah, that's one way to do it. And then all you do is you plonk all of these bits down. Oh, I needed that. And then right click it. What the heck? It's so good looking, this mod, honestly. Absolutely love it. We just need to give this some power. I think power goes in here with the little orange dot. Looks like you could put it there as well. I'm running out of flux dust by the looks of it. Should probably go make some more. That is not giving this power, so that must be not the right place. Is that it? That's not it either. Is it the red bit? I forget where this goes. Blue? No. Where do you take power? Is it on the bottom somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Those can just stay there. Right. Ah. There you go. That's where you get power from. So hop graphite is coke dust, which it looks like you have to make a crusher for, or you can use the air mill grindstone from Elemental Craft, but we haven't done that yet, so we are probably going to have to set up a grind thingy as well, whatever it's called. Crusher, that's the one. Yeah, let's set up the crusher. I might turn this round as well, because I feel like this is the back, and then like this is the front. Maybe this is the front. This one's got a weird looking recipe, but takes a lot of these light engineering blocks. And a lot of hoppers, apparently. But this last one in the middle. Goal reached. I'll find where the... okay, that one needs power right there. I'm going to need to make some more flux points, because I don't really want to power these like that. This one looks mean. You can get in here. You probably shouldn't, though. Oh, I need to cover that up. Anyway, what are we doing with this? We're trying to get some coal coke. I've only got 17. I really need to just, like, chuck a bunch of... yeah, I need to export coal into this and import twice. 1, 2. The coal coke and the creosote. So, yeah, it looks like I'm going to be doing that underneath. I think I can do it underneath. Suppose we'll find out in a sec. Looks like you can export into there perfectly fine. Well, for now, what we can do is just lob all 17 of these in there. Probably put a chest on this as well. This is loud. Love it. There you go, 17. And then we can get another flux point, because I forgot about that. That is all my flux dust. I need to automate that somehow at some point. That is just going to take a little bit of time. Not too much time. Oh, it did 2 at once. I feel like we need 4 of this, so all we really need is a couple more. Ooh. Okay, I thought we had some blocks. Maybe I should be doing blocks. You get more creosote out of that. So if we look in here, we do have some creosote now, which is pretty good. We can export that and do the exact same thing that we did over here for the water. We can export the creosote into a basic fluid tank and then chuck a bucket in there, get a bucket out, and that's how you make automated treated wood. Love it. I just realised if we were to do that, it might want to make a bucket every single time, like a brand new bucket. Ah, well, we'll figure that one out. Right, anyway, we are just going to have to wait on the coal coke, I suppose. We've got some hot graphite at least. How was that not a quest? Or not a quest, an achievement. Should be an achievement. So I've actually changed up this recipe right here. So it's a bucket of water plus a bucket. So a 1 water bucket, you know what I mean. So I've added the actual fluids to this, and this is no longer pulling from the sink. And I've added the creosote, so we should be able to craft one of those. It'll put the bucket and the creosote in here, and you get the bucket of creosote. How cool is that? I've got myself my final bit of coal coke. Amazing. I did a little tidy up whilst I was here, and I also made a little landing platform, because I think you do take damage if you land in the teeth of this. And you know what I'm like, I fly about all the time, and I'm pretty lax with where I land normally. So yeah, I've just tidied up. I've like moved a few bits. I've got rid of my little create thing that I had here, and just generally tidied, I'd say. Yeah, there was a few little gadgets just flung about. But I think this looks alright. I'm going to put... I've got a dropper module in here, and that will just drop all of those in. And one more. There we go. Got 8. That'll do it. Squeezy squeeze. The animations are just beautiful. Absolutely love this mod so much. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. Oh, I need to go and smelt this up. Stick it in there. There we go. Another thing that I did was, well, you can see it right here. I've got my crystal or diamond, attuned diamond thing, and I'm just clicking that every so often. And I did get a little bit more on my sword, but not too much. So hop graphite. Stick that in there. We're going to make the seed because otherwise that'll take ages to just get like lots of hop graphite. And I feel like we're going to need a bunch of hop graphite. So this is going to go in a hopper botany pot, probably. Maybe I get rid of one of these. And why aren't these going into the system? Are they not linked? Is that on export? No, that is... Oh, okay. Well, what we're going to do is probably going to swap that one out for that. And I'll get rid of all of these things. Or by that I mean I'll chuck them in my system for now. Like that. There we go. Ooh, and we've got 24 seeds as well. Brilliant. When this gives us the first like extra seed, we can put it in this. In fact, we can unlink this. I just realised that would have just put it straight back in the drawer. Excellent. I need to unlink it first. The Duraplast sheet, this thing, Duraplast even, that one, requires this resin stuff. And you can get all of these different, well, you need to get this stuff, which comes from ethanol and silver plates. I think we've got silver plates already. I think that's how that works. But you need bioethanol, ethanol. Ethanol is... Oh, okay, I missed it. But ethanol from... Oh, missed it again. Go on. That one. Nope, that's the wrong one. That one, we could do this one, to be fair, which is just some biomass and some sugar. Just any sort of, like... Ooh, chorus stuff. Mushrooms. We could set up a mushroom farm somehow. Oh, you can do it with sugarcane. That's fine then. That and some vegetable oil or plant oil, seed oil. What's the one from Create? That one. You just smoosh some seeds, and you get some of that oil. You could do it that way, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do immersive because it's part of the mod, right? So we want to do Minecraft. That one. There you go. So that is the industrial fermenter. That gets us some ethanol. Probably going to use some melon slices. This gets us 20, although Spud is slightly better. Tomatoes even better. Sugarcane's pretty good. We could just use sugarcane. Glowberries. Ooh. Oh, never mind. We've got honey bottles. We're going to use the honey bottles because we got a few of those. Honey bottles. Yeah, 1.7k. Not as many as I thought I'd have, if I'm honest. Did I set something up wrong in here? Must have done, right? Nah, this is still going. I really need to, like... There you go, there's a honey bottle right there. I need to breed up my bees. It's the glowing bee right there. Anyway, what we're going to do is set that one up now. And we'll probably end the episode there and then move on to the refinery and the bottling machine, like next episode. So this one is the fermenter. Let me just do one of those and I can put that in my backpack. Grab the book out. If you ever want to know what something costs from Immersive, just grab the book, have a look in the book. So that was the crusher. We are looking for the fermenter. And I like this over here, required materials. So I'm going to get all of these things and then I'll set that up probably here. I've got like a 2-block space between this one. So I'll try and do that over here as well. And then I've got to figure out like some areas that we could do. I did clear out a little bit of space here, so maybe we could wrap it round and have like a couple here. Okay, so this is kind of how you do it. And then you've got this sheet metal, by the way, looks amazing. I don't know if I should have put that there. I think you first put the cauldrons down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 4, and then you can grab. Got a new hammer that I've been using. There we go. That's that one working. I did go and get a bunch more flux dust as well. So, but I already have a flux point right here, so we can just. Oh, no, not there. There you go. So that one is running. How do I put into this? Is there a side I could use for this? That's the output. I'm guessing that's the output at least. Is this the input? Can I use a hopper here? That is how I can do it. Sweet. It's getting some ethanol for us. And then we can just have an importer on the front here. And maybe a crafter on the side. We also need an importer. How do you get the bottles out then? Is there 2? Okay, I'll try that. There we go. That is now, I think, automated. I've got a I've got a crafter on the back here, and it says 1 honey bottle equals a 1/4 bucket of ethanol. And I have ethanol in my system. Oh, and by the way, which way around was it? So this one down here, the one that isn't the tank, takes the bottles out, and the one that is not. Yeah, it's the wrong way around in my opinion. I think this is the tank, right? So we should get the liquid out of here, and we should get the items out of this one here. Maybe. Is there a pipe? Never mind, there's a pipe. Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense now. So if I was to do ethanol, I don't think I can do it from here. I might have to do it from my fluid grid. I'll just ask it to make me like a ton of ethanol. There it is, ethanol. 4 buckets, start. We come over to here. You can see it's putting in the honey bottles, and then they're being converted into ethanol. The bottles are coming out of the drum, I guess that's what you call it, and the ethanol's coming out of here. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. I'm using, cheating a little bit, I'm using some green wool because it kind of matches grass. And I'm doing that right here as well. Anyway, so that is that bit done. Next episode, I'll build out a little bit more. And I'll do a little bit more tidy up around this. Maybe we have like a big machine area right over here. And we'll probably move on to... Is it the refinery next? I think it is. So the refinery, and then eventually, I think it's the bottling machine. Which one's this? Bottling machine, yeah. Looks like you get the press out of it afterwards as well. So you do need to send the press and some of this resin. But yeah, I think that's everything for this episode. So thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. So we've done a little bit of a paint job in here. Just the first coat. I think we ran out of paint. So, and when I say we, Marj did this whilst I was recording. So this is pretty good. Another thing, Marj got me. How cool is that? I like that. These are really thick as well. These are solid as heck. Nice glass ones. I don't have much merch. from Minecraft, so it's quite a nice surprise.